No. Okay. Where do you...
Hi, this is Bill Clinton. I love boobies in this podcast. It's my second favorite thing. So obviously listener discretion is advised.
William, move your head. Look at the size of that boy's head. Shh. I'm not kidding. It's like an orange on a toothpick.
You're gonna give the boy a complex.
Well, that's a huge noggin. It's a virtual planetoid. Has its own weather system. Heat!
No.
Move!
Okay.
Stuart, bring in the paper.
All right, Hen. Heat! Paper! No! Move that melon of yours and get the paper if you can. Pulling that gargantuan cranium about. I'm not kidding. That boy's head's like Sputnik. Spherical, but quite pointy in parts.
Well, that was offside, wasn't it?
He'll be crying himself to sleep tonight on his huge pillow.
You're listening to the American Moron Entertainment Network.
Get the fuck out my face with that shit.
There you go.
And there you have it.
And we're doubling. Turn that off.
Like did.
No, it's still playing.
Still doing it again. You're tuned to the American Moron Network.
As you haven't noticed before.
I'm your co-host, Slapjack.
Oh, nice. I'm gonna pour some more of this. So we're getting right into it.
We're really into it, man.
Oh, we were playing with some
moonshining.
Yeah.
But I always, I always put a little something about, beer and liver and
yeah, we'll deal with that later.
It's fine.
This stuff, well, so we're gonna do two different kinds. This is all right, shut up, ghost. Get out of here. What the hell is this? Blueberry, Earl Grey blueberry.
It's good.
Moonshine.
It's really, really good.
And then later
after
this one, we have also, if I can find it, there it is. Hello, Bree.
Hello.
We're doing moonshine.
Steph Sky's on.
Nice.
You should call in, Steph.
I told her to call
in. Yeah.
Let me set up a thingy for that. But the other one is going to be the hell is it? Key lime pie.
Oh, nice.
So
yeah,
very, very girly. We didn't do real stuff.
So if you do call in, Steph, make sure Mike only wears an earplug in one ear.
Easy. Now.
She knows what I'm talking about.
All right, let me see if I can do this. So you do that. I'll figure this out.
I'll just play this.
What was that?
Slave to the Empire. Oh, she's driving.
Oh, well, I'll put something out there anyway.
Anne Marie. Hey, are you guys coming to Nick's this weekend? I'm just curious. Thank you for tuning in as always. Hello, Kay. Just curious if you guys are coming out. This is going to be pretty cool because for those that don't know, if you're not from the Philly area, this isn't going to make any sense at all. But there's a very famous bar in the neighborhood I grew up in Philadelphia called Nick's Roast Beef. And they had many locations, but the one in Northeast Philadelphia was on Cottman Avenue, and it was there for over 50 years. It moved a couple doors down at one point, but it was in the same general location. And I had the pleasure of going there for many, many years, and then going there for many, many years as a musician playing there when they had bands. And unfortunately, this past weekend, Sunday in particular, was the last show at Nick's Roast Beef, Cottman Avenue. So
that sucks.
Now Tim Wood's in the house. This is awesome.
All right, so
Trevor Floyd's in the house.
All right.
So this weekend we're playing at the remaining Northeast Philadelphia or vicinity Nick's, which is Nick's Woodhaven. It's up in the Ben Salem vicinity. So, they're coming. Good. Very good.
Nice.
And the great thing about it is they just put in a full-fledged stage inside of Nick's Woodhaven. I have a feeling they knew, they weren't going to renew their lease. So they doubled down on Woodhaven, and Woodhaven used to have a very small stage. I mean, basically like, an acoustic act or, something like that would be able to play on it. And Tim might be coming out. This is going to be a fun night.
Nice.
We used to squeeze on that stage, and at one point, both drummers that have played on that stage in old school at this point had to use like less than a full drum kit, to say the least, so we could fit all the equipment because the stage was so long. And anyway, they built this apparently large stage. I haven't been in the venue since they fixed it up. So I'm looking forward to the show, and apparently there's a light truss, so I don't think we're going to have to set up the full old school thing. But we're always prepared. We bring everything with us. But anyway, that being said, I'm very excited. It's a very cool place. And in the summertime, they have like an outdoor bar, and it's a cool location. It's up where Franklin Mills Mall, or the Mills, or whatever it's called. To me, it's always going to be Franklin Mills, because that's where I used to go when I was also younger. I used to go there back in, I think it opened up in like 1990 or 91. And
like 3 years ago.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
It was the first place I ever saw that amplifier.
Oh, wow.
JCM 900 Marshall. There was a music store there, and they were the first music store that I know of that had a JCM 900. So it was very exciting to go in there, and we got to try them out, and it was like, oh my God,
Hey, Brooks is here.
JCM 900 was a breakthrough amplifier for Marshall in terms of high gain distortion, and it was sort of like their retaliation or answer to some of the Mesas that were coming out, and of course all the modifications people were doing to amps in the 80s. There was an amp war going on, Soldano amplifiers, and all these great things were happening. And I have the Mesa here that was the answer to the answer. So
Nice.
This was Mesa's reaction to the JCM 900, essentially the dual rectifier and triple rectifier, the rectifier platform. I'm geeking out on you people. I do it. I have a guitar problem. It's fine.
Yes.
Anyway, I have many fond memories of walking the gilded wooden halls.
That sounds
No
important.
gilding at
No gilding?
at Franklin Mills.
They're not gilded?
No, they were never gilded. It was just a wood floor, and the mall
Lacquered.
floor from end to end. If you walk the entire mall back when it was first built, I don't know if it's still that way, was 1 mile long, one mile long. So it was a good workout. If you did it twice, you did 2 miles. I see. I can add. But it was a cool place. I don't know if it's cool now. I don't know. I'm not sure. But anyway,
By the way, Brooks
that's
is
where
here.
we'll be. Hey, Brooks.
He's here. We're talking about Lent. And
Brooks hasn't been on in a long
no,
time.
we it happens. But he said he gave off beating off for Lent. I thought that was kind of. I think it's kind of extreme.
If I did Len, I wouldn't do that. So Tim Wood is saying, that amp is like when car companies were hiring guys to offer a special car package. And then it is very much the same. It's a specialty thing. It is now expected, though. It's sort of like, when air conditioning was optional. That
I want my undercoating.
Yes.
I want it.
You want the rust
Must have
maker.
it. Must have it.
But it is now expected in an amp line that every amp manufacturer would offer something of that nature to have a high gain amplifier. I have other examples in the room that you can't see because they're not on camera, like a Carvin X100B. Not a high gain amplifier. It's more akin to a JCM 800 from Marshall. It's medium distortion. But Steve Vai made them very famous. Steve Vai. So if you know who Steve Vai is,
He's that guy that works at Starbucks.
yes,
Okay. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
with that other guy, David Lee.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was Lynch.
Yeah, they were no, it was Steve Vai and David Lee, and
Okay. Gotcha.
they did that little song.
She's been coming around the mountain.
No,
You got to finish that because we have stuff. We
I'm
have
sorry.
things to do.
he's trying to get me to drink.
I'm just trying to get you drunk. Come on, monkey, dance.
I was talking to a client today, and I was trying to explain to them what this was.
What was
This mess.
this? What we do?
Yeah. I'm like, he's like, oh, you do a podcast. I'm like, it's not that kind of podcast.
Yeah, it's a shitty podcast.
It's a podcast about, well,
Well, it's
Nothing.
whatever the hell we think about. All right, I'm gonna bring this out now.
It's what do you call it? Stream of conscience.
Sure. So it's March, right? It's
Yes.
March. Is it March? It's March. It says in Russia. Is this Russia? It's not Russia. Okay.
Wood's listening to Steve Vai tonight.
Nice.
That's crazy.
So because it's the month of St. Patty's Day.
Today's the first day of Purim, apparently. I read about
Yeah,
that.
yeah, you're a terrible, terrible Jew.
What? Why am I terrible?
You're as bad as I am. The only way I
I
know
only
it's-
knew about it because somebody posted anti-Semitic stuff on the Upper Marion page.
well, that'll happen. The only reason, like Brie and I both raised Catholic, the only time we know it's Lent is when we see filet of fish ads.
See?
So I'm not saying that. All right, so St. Paddy's Day,
Yeah.
with D's because it's with D's because Patrick's spelled with a D in Ireland.
Patrick.
Patrick.
I like that. It's better.
Yeah,
It
my
works better.
father-in-law's name. I wanted to do some Irish stuff, some Irish beer, but I was kind of lazy and I didn't get to the good beer store, so I went to Giant.
Okay.
So I
Oh,
thought
we're jumping into that. I
We're
don't
we're
even have a mug.
but you might not need it.
Okay.
So we're jumping into that. So I was thinking about what I could do to celebrate St. Patrick's Day for this month, but I didn't want to get the stuff they had there.
That's Friday the 17th, correct?
Mhm.
You know what I'm doing on Friday the 17th?
It's something involving masturbation.
I sure hope not.
Oh, okay. What?
I'm going to meet Steel Panther.
So you
at the
will be
Keswick-
masturbating?
No, they might be.
Why? When you
They
walk in?
definitely discuss it.
Well, yeah.
But I'll be hanging out with Satchel
Nice.
and his
Very
Satch.
nice.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Sorry.
I was thinking about Irish history, and I thought that many of them were transported to Australia.
Mark got your Russian reference, he said.
Thank you. I was hoping somebody saw that movie too. So I got us these.
Oh my God. That's a lot of beer.
That's about half a 6-pack. I haven't had one of these in I don't know how long. Foster's Lager.
My dad used to drink this.
A friend of mine used to get these all the time, and I was just like not really into it. But it's been a
Ball
while.
ball can.
Yeah.
High quality printing.
Let's see if I can open this without making a mess. Oh, easy.
Notice the golden top.
I did.
It's a big deal.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because colored tops are hard to do.
Well, they're Australian.
They're not really. This is probably brewed here.
Oh, yes, it was.
It's got a ball logo
Why is
on
it
it.
spilling on my leg?
My can history still stays with me.
Well, you're a can man.
By the way, I brought home I lent 2 cases worth of cans to somebody.
This is the first time I ever filled this.
They put it in a online can museum. They photographed all my cans.
Did you know anybody back in the day who collected beer
It
cans?
smells like dog food.
It does kind of smell a little Alpo-y.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it smells like haggis.
I'm not
No,
trying to
it
be
does.
funny.
It smells
does.
like Alpo or haggis.
I haven't had haggis.
I've had
in this-
canned haggis. My mother-in-law got it.
That's
for me.
even worse.
Oh, it was dog food. It was better when it was cold. Trust me. It was less
All
smell.
right, let's see. We got. That's very bitter.
Really? You think that's bitter?
It even says on the top, Jim, brewed in USA.
That's why I said, yes, you are correct, sir.
Yeah.
In not so many words.
You know what?
It's not bad.
So listen, I'll drink anything. And if you know me well enough, you know that's true.
Yeah.
My ex-wife's grandfather died back in sometime in the 90s.
So not a comedy show.
We moved into the house he resided in and the house that he passed in. We, of course, redid the house when we moved in, but he left behind a couple cases of Schaefer beer.
Oh, God damn.
And I was like, I'll try one. What the hell? You know, we're painting and stuff like
how
that.
old was
so
that?
I drank one. I was like, you know what? It's 2 free cases of beer.
Yeah,
And I'm
back
a
in
poor
the,
guy.
Yeah, back in the day, that meant something.
So I drank it.
Yeah, back then I used to drink Budweiser.
You can't
occasionally.
see what he's saying, but
I can look.
Tim, pull it up so you can read. Tim Wood's talking about his family immigrating from Ireland.
Hogmaw. Ugh.
Oh boy.
Oh man. Yeah, my mother-in-law.
It's important, kids, to read the comments as they're going on. If you're listening to the show on Facebook, for those of you on Podbean, I'm
it's
sorry.
just Brie books left. Brooks
But
left.
it's interesting to see.
No, God, please, no.
Sorry,
that was good.
but
timing.
but yeah, my
I
mother-in-law.
had Yankee
my
Rose
mother-in-law.
queued up, by the way.
Okay, my mother-in-law is half Scottish, and she knew I wanted to try haggis because I do stupid shit, and she couldn't.
I would've
You
tried.
can't get actual haggis here. You can't even make it because it's made with sheep lungs, and you aren't allowed to eat that in the United States. God. Anyway, so she got canned haggis. She may have
What
told
makes
me
it safe to eat if it's canned?
it probably wasn't. I mean, how do you know it's all gone off? It's haggis. It's already made with like the shit people throw out.
Well, people eat there it is. The lutefisk.
Lutefisk. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, why?
Fermented, nasty.
Oh, it's not just fermented. It's covered in lye and turned into a gel. And that's something else I want to try because I'm
See,
obviously
kids, when you tune in, you can learn a few things from these two old drunks.
Yeah, because I'm a little Irish, Lord, and a little Norwegian, so I got to try. Obviously, from the blue eyes, blonde hair, and the height. So
I see it.
Yeah, so I look like Thor.
Like
obviously.
It's amazing what happens when you look in the mirror.
Yeah, I just drink my Foster's and say I look like Christopher Albert. But
I look like a small Chinese man.
I sometimes do. If I'm really tired, I might. Yeah, Tim. Yeah, everything. The real what is it, the super whatever stuff that they used to do had lights in it. The lungs, and you can't eat lungs here.
Oh,
because they
breathe.
Well, they have all kinds of nasty shit in them. I suppose I don't know. I mean, you go eat sushi having sea urchin uterus.
So now Tim's talking about eating sheep stomach, but
that's what's
pepper pot soup used to be a very popular fast food in
my
Philadelphia.
Ex-girlfriend's mom made me eat that once.
In the olden days.
Gross.
You can look that up on the internet.
No,
kids.
I mean it depends. You can have cow stomach. There's certain kinds of things you can have, but Steph, let me paste it back in again.
Congealed salad with Jello. I think I've had that.
Give me a minute. So I just pasted in a link. That's to the Facebook chat room. So you can use that link to just join in, and it's a video call. So, you might want to close your camera. God knows I did.
Yeah. If anybody wants to call in, just click on that link. It's a party line. There won't be any naked talk.
No, no charges. It's 976 boring.
Remember that?
Yeah. I remember calling it once when I was like a little kid, and it wouldn't let me hang up.
I called a lot.
Yeah. Well, my dad was the guy who tore the phone off the damn wall. So I didn't want to make anything. I didn't want him to pay.
I got in a little bit of trouble, but you know what? Yeah.
This isn't bad. I remember this being worse when I was younger.
It's not bad.
I mean, it's lager. It's golden. It's very, very pale for me.
The more you drink, the better it tastes.
Yeah. And like I said, I mean, you do the math.
It's like anything else in life.
This is like 3 regular
cans. No, it's the link above the 9. She might still be driving. She can't see it.
Yeah, no worries. I'll when you're home, let me know and I'll paste it back in.
The link is clickable. It's the blue one under Jim Perry's name.
Yeah, I had it tattooed on my knees.
The Join Jim's Room. I don't know if that is 976 Vito. Yes, that's where you call to talk to Brada.
Oh, I used to order pizza from there.
Vito Veneta.
I used to get Vito's, just Vito's, because I used to get in arguments with my parents. Yeah, honest to God, I cannot remember where it used to be.
King of Prussia pizza,
the last time it was over in Kingswood, in that little
where the barn is.
Yeah.
No, see, we start talking about this local shit. All those people in Scotland are like, what?
Where Chang's judo and karate moved back into.
Oh my!
They went from.
It's not blue in her end. She said it's not blue when she touches it.
How dare you? Well, you might have to copy and paste it.
Maybe if you copy it and paste it and put it into your browser. I don't know if she can do that on her phone. Probably can.
Don't be gross.
Hey, listen, I do what I do.
But, God damn it.
Oh, my.
Oh, hey.
So we were talking about Steve Vai.
Were we?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just gonna stick in a tune. This is a little Dr. Vai and Dr. Roth.
I didn't know they
not Rothstein.
I didn't know they had their doctorates. Sounds a little odd.
It's the beginning of the video.
Yeah. Gotcha.
My honeymoon night, okay? I will probably only have 3 or 4 more of these in my whole entire lifetime. And you
don't do that.
me into that dump, your brother
give him $2 extra for the fantasy suite.
This was going to be in the.
Is this racist? I think this is racist.
This was all going to be part of the Crazy from the Heat movie, and it got canceled.
That would have been a great movie.
It would have been like Pee-wee's Big Adventure on steroids. It really would have.
Paste this
and
again.
all the music on the David Lee Roth Eat 'Em and Smile album was part of the soundtrack.
So tonight, you will have to fantasize that you have a wife.
And Oh You Ate One Too was in response to Eat 'Em and Smile.
I believe it was.
I think so. This is my favorite. This is my second
I love
favorite part of this.
This is one of the greatest videos ever.
Breath mint. Our lips are so close.
Not if you was the last immigrant grocer on earth, honey.
Oh, I forgot the honey part.
This is the best part. Though.
This is great.
Ancestors spit on your haircut.
Can you help me?
Oh no, this is new.
Not in my store, you don't.
Ooh, my friend. I always hang out with two of them because it's better for conversation.
Ugh.
See if there winds up being any. I don't have to be involved. Forget about it. Ooh. It's humid in here tonight, isn't it?
Nice swamp ass.
Give me a bottle of anything and a glazed donut.
To go. I love that. Love that.
Yeah.
This was such a call back to his former band. Like, fuck you, I don't need you. I saw this concert when it came to Philadelphia. It was one of the best concerts I ever saw.
I have a question about Van Halen in general when we get a chance.
I might have the answer. I don't know.
I think you might. I hope you do.
That guitar got stolen right after these videos were shot.
Yeah, it's in my basement.
I wish it was in my basement. Is this a basement?
Hmm? I think it's a basement.
It feels like a
It's
basement.
a basement. It's underground.
It's a split level.
Maybe not. Shearer's got a basement. I hate him for it.
Yeah, because you got the real cave.
Yeah, I've helped him take stuff down there, man. It's something.
I swear those are lighting trusses from a Kiss tour.
What's that?
The light trusses on this. I swear they're from the Kiss Animalize tour.
Well, I mean, a truss is a truss is a truss.
Well, they were pre-made trusses, and they would rent them to other bands.
My uncle wears a truss. I'll show it to you.
Oh,
sometime.
that kind of truss. I had a truss fund one time.
Did you? Yeah, I'm never gonna have one of those.
It went belly up. This could almost be like our theme tune.
It could, yeah.
Yeah. I think this was about the fact that they, at the time, they were redoing the Statue of Liberty, Lee Iacocca and all that was going
Yeah,
on.
the 85.
That was what this was all about.
Yeah.
There you go. Did that
There
work?
she is. I knew we'd figure this shit out eventually.
Steph's on the air. Steph, I didn't even really talk to you Saturday night. I apologize.
Bastard.
Okay.
There was a lot going on if you didn't notice.
Yeah, well.
Oh, you're on camera.
Yeah.
Oh, hey now.
I'm like,
Where are you at?
here.
You were down in Mike's basement?
Yeah.
Oh. Is there carpet in there yet or anything? Or is
Don't
it
be
still
gross.
No, it's still messed up.
Oh, all right.
It's still messed up. That's a whole other can of beans. going on
Pat
there.
Schumacher says Podbean is not working.
Oh, I can't. I'm trying to react to it, but it won't let me. Hang on, Pat. I'll.
Patty
invite you to
Phillips in
other
the
thing.
house. Hello, Patty. It's a busy night tonight. A
Yeah.
lot of traffic coming through the room.
I can't figure out how to do this.
I agree, Tim. I'm a little late on your comment there, but David Lee Roth, he answered the call and he shot a here it is. This is why. This is it. This is where it gets interesting. This is the Eddie, I got some guys.
I'm sorry about that.
She's behind the drums, I think. Yeah, I love that.
Oh, Brooks keeps coming in and going out. What the hell, man?
There's something going on with the Podbean, man.
Tease. No, Bree's there. She's been there the whole time.
Oh, well, then Pat's probably trying to do it while he's driving in the car.
Yankee Rose, Bree, by David Lee Roth. She's asking what we were playing.
What's this?
She was asking what we were playing.
Oh,
it's
sorry.
hard. It's hard for her to hear sometimes.
Well, she should hear everything. Maybe that's why we're not.
She's on Podbean. It doesn't always come over from Europe.
That's just not right.
Oh.
I had that crank too.
Yeah, it might be coming. I don't know. Yeah, she
it.
can't hear it. It. We have to figure something out. I don't know.
Yeah, we need a podcasting board.
Yeah, I'll have to look at it.
And then they have these special hookups you do for your phone, and I don't have time for all that, honestly.
I feel bad. My head's all zoomed, and I have to lean back. Sorry about that.
Oh,
trying to keep back.
Just aim it lower.
Well, I can't because I'm like leaning to the mic, but then it's like my head fills the screen.
I'm not even touching that.
Devastating
with a 10-inch pole.
No, that I don't have a wide angle lens for that.
It's like a flounder, isn't it?
Not really. No. It only has one eye.
Some flounders look like that.
No, they have two on one side.
No, but some.
No, you're wrong. Stop. Just stop. Just shush. Here, come on. Here, try this. Let's put this up for a minute.
Yeah, let's just make it worse.
Let's make it worse. All right, so we're gonna try.
Maybe that girl from Ireland will call in again, and she'll start
Yeah.
screaming about her
You
vajayjay.
can ask her if she's had haggis.
She's
not
probably
Scottish.
has.
But no,
No,
it's
she
not,
probably
it's
still
not
did.
Irish.
No,
All
she
right.
probably had real haggis.
No,
Haggis.
no.
It was probably like some guy's stomach that she was
Don't
chewing
stop
on.
that now. God damn it.
It's just not right.
Now this is key lime pie.
Key lime pie. Is there any?
My take on it.
I'm getting.
You have a little bit of that was already in there from your weird jelly shot.
No.
Yeah.
What? I didn't have a jelly shot.
What the hell you did?
I had wine. That was crusty.
There's no crust in here.
Now
Your crusty ass glass.
This smells like cleaner.
It's got a little janitor and a drum in it.
I don't like this at all.
You really don't?
No.
Why?
I'll drink it though.
Why don't you like it?
I don't like the smell.
It smells like lime.
I don't like it, but I'm going to drink it because
because you're a trooper.
Yeah.
To me, it just smells like lime, and it's really lots of alcohol in it.
My son's first band. So my son's playing at Sellersville
Not
Theater.
the Keswick Theater.
Yeah, I'm going.
Like totally
So
different.
he's playing at the Sellersville in April with. It's going to be opening up for.
Turning my camera off. You got to be that way. Oh.
Anvil. Just watched an interview with them this weekend.
Oh.
About the tour and everything that's going on, and it's kind of interesting.
Sorry, I just quaffed that. I'm taking a moment.
That's fine.
Wow.
I just think it's kind of neat. So they're practicing here, his band, Studweiser. They're going to be here practicing on Sunday.
Tell them to open the window. It's hard to hear.
I'll be. They're going to have one guitar player with them though. I'll be at band pictures for Instinct. We're getting new pro shots done.
Nice.
We are about to embark on recording a bunch of material.
Gotcha.
So we're going to try and put out either a record or an EP.
Cool.
Of Instinct material for the first time in 7 bazillion years.
Hey, Pat's in the room now.
Oh, Mazel Tov. He just sent me a message. I have to see what it says
man.
here.
So
Network error.
Event, what? Did that die?
I don't know. That's what the message said.
Oh, I don't know. It might be bandwidth because we're broadcasting all over the place, but
could be.
But I need to ask. I want to ask Steph a question when we get a minute.
Go ahead.
Because I want to hear more about her drinking in a graveyard when she was a teenager.
Was it a Jewish graveyard?
Does it matter?
I'm just curious.
No, it's Laurel Hill. I don't know who's buried in
Oh,
there.
that's over in Philly,
yeah.
right?
Well, like
Roxborough,
down
yeah.
there, like the bridge and whatnot.
I know. I've been there.
Yeah.
I've done been there.
Some
of the people that have followed old school over the years
are buried there.
Yeah.
That figures.
Isn't that kind of weird?
No, that's totally normal.
Weird.
No, I mean where where I was born in.
I can't do it.
I can't believe you're
I
weird.
can't stand the smell of it.
Really? It just smells like citrus.
It smells like cleaner.
You're thinking of Pledge.
It smells like
You think it
Pledge.
smells like Pledge? Yeah, you're a freak. But where I used to live when I was really little, when I was born in Norristown, there was a cemetery down the end of our street.
And now it's high-rise condominium.
No, it's still a cemetery. Got to wait 100 years
That's
after
Philly,
the last grave. But yeah, man, when I was older, I used to take. I took the wife there, man. We went down there and
see what we find creepy today.
I never found cemeteries
in the
creepy.
1800s. It was a very common practice
to go get wasted in a
to
cemetery?
go to a cemetery and have a picnic
and take pictures of dead people in your house. I can show
Oh
you
no,
photos.
I know what you're talking about. Yes. After people died,
they're weird people.
Yeah. Well, no.
The
and
original viewing.
Yeah, freaks.
they pose them in their clothing in a setting with the whole family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried that once. I almost got
The
arrested.
only problem with a dead person, especially then they
I would assume the smell
will be beyond the smell.
There's nothing beyond the smell.
Their eyes would start to sink in because the first place the fluid.
No, it's a smell. Trust me. Believe me. My uncle died in my parents' basement. And when I went down and I had to close his eyes, and you know that bullshit in the movies where they go like this?
Yeah, it's not
bullshit.
that easy, right?
No, it's hard. It's really difficult. It took effort.
Did he shit himself?
No, but when they moved him, I was down there and he left one. I would say SB. Yeah, it wasn't SBD. No, it was quiet, but my God, was it awful. Like regular uncle farts are bad enough, but decomp uncle farts?
Yeah.
Some special place in hell that would be like that. But anyway, but no, man, we used to go all the time. I never understood people being afraid. I'm like, people aren't going to be, there's not going to be ghosts in here. At best, you're going to have like, freaks just wandering around.
Like us.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. We're harmless. We're usually too buzzed to mess with people.
More of my son's first band when he was 14. This is a band called Lost Haven, and this song Scar. Hard to believe they were like 14 and 13 years old when they recorded this.
Yeah, they're really good.
He'd probably be embarrassed if you knew I was playing this.
I know. I played Caitlin. Caitlin did a song. She played bass. Basically, like led the band because the drummer wouldn't like quarterback.
Fucking bass players.
Yeah, but you know what? She never took a lesson in bass in her life. She taught herself.
Yeah.
You know? It's like one of the 99 instruments she already plays.
Right. She's becoming quite a musicologist.
Yeah, yeah. And now she's thinking about being a Foley artist.
I like it.
What are you doing?
What is that?
I don't know. What are you doing?
It's not me. I'm going to pause the song.
That's Steph. She's probably changing.
No.
She's turned the
It's
camera
either
off.
Steph or it's Pat, because he's always reaching for something.
Yeah, don't be mean.
I'm muted, man. It's not me.
All right.
You don't have to mute on this, man. This is in Podbean. It doesn't get all weird. We just blow the bandwidth up.
You don't need to hear all my road noise anyways. So.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Somebody in the room.
You son of
Yeah, there you go.
Never heard that from him.
What? All that noise? I swear to God, when you're out of the room, I'm going to block that site.
I think it's the best thing that ever happened to me.
No, it is not. It's a terrible site. It's a lazy site.
I got to get this for work.
What?
Oh, I have it. I can just,
My instance? It's just a website.
yeah, I just got to start playing this shit at work.
Oh, my God.
That'll piss off the chick next to me.
I'll play you one time because I used to listen to music at work. And let me see. I still do, but like
I found a voice translator.
Yeah.
I would type in sentences and have it play them.
Yeah.
That was something I used to do.
So when I was working for TV Guide, I used to play music. I used to I just brought MP3s in and just loaded the thing up and just would play them so that I didn't murder someone with.
They had MP3s in?
Yeah.
What time did you stop working there?
2000.
Oh, okay. You were up there.
So, it was like either listen to music and calm down or beat someone to death with my shoe.
I had a teacher used to say, if you don't stop it back there, I'm going to rip off my arm and chew at the bloody stump.
Well, the thing is, if I can get back to where the hell
what
I
did that
was.
accomplish?
Hang on a minute. This is just being a pain in the ass.
That's fine.
Oh my God, I hate YouTube.
Nobody can see what you're doing.
I hate YouTube so much.
It loves you back.
It doesn't. So I was playing stuff.
I remember this.
Yeah. So I'm like just hanging out, listening to music, and I've got all the shit, I didn't even pay attention to what it was. And then this comes in. And I go over to the printer, which is on the far side of the room.
Oh no.
And I'm over there, and while I'm way over there, I hear
Shut your fucking face, Uncle Fucker. You're a cocksucking ass licking Uncle Fucker.
So I go tearing across the room and literally dive into my cubicle. And I'm like, I don't know why I did that, because it's not like you can pull a cord out.
And there's that one person in the office.
No, nobody said anything. I don't think anybody. Half the people weren't paying any attention. But
let's see if I can find it.
It was that loud.
I don't care for that kind of music. I don't like it. I don't approve of it. And you should stop that now.
Oh, sorry, Satan.
I don't like it.
Oh, it's just the worst music. It makes me so angry.
I have gotten that, yes. Oh. I have gotten that, yes.
I think the moonshine's kicking in.
You think?
Oh my.
Oh, damn. Yeah. I remember I was one time when I was working for TV Guide again, I used to get calls like all night long. The fuck is that?
Uncle Cracker.
Damn it. But I used to get calls all night long, and I remember one night in particular.
All night?
Yeah. The night crew would never, everything they had was automated.
Mm-hmm.
And it would break, and they'd be like, oh, we don't know how to fix this. So this one guy, Kevin, and I tell his last name. I don't care. Sue me, bitch. You're an idiot.
Kevin from accounting?
No.
Oh.
No, not that guy. But this guy used to call me like all night long. And one night in particular, I remember I was so tired. It was like at 2:00 in the morning, 3:00 in the morning. I'm in my underwear.
Aren't we all tired at 2:00 in the morning?
No, this was 3. I'm trying to remember. It was 3 a.m. He's talking to me on the phone. I'm standing in the doorway of my bedroom. My head's on the door jamb. I'm in my underwear, and I'm half asleep. And he's just like, man. And I'm like.
Then there was that time at grade school.
So I go in and I start working on my computer. I dial in and everything, So I'm working on this thing, and at some point.
Oh, there it is.
At some point in the morning, I tell him I got to go. And he's like, Mom, when do you have to go? You got to help me. I'm like, if I don't go right now, I'm going to be late for work.
He's like, what? Mm-hmm. You're working now?
He didn't have a clue. So I ran, took a quick shower, ran into work. So I go into work, I walk inside, I get in the elevator. And this girl who's relatively new gets in the elevator with me. And I say girl because she's probably like 19 years old or something.
And you were 60?
I was only like about 25 at the time. And we're in the elevator together, and I'm just like, not even alive yet. And she turns to me and she's like, so do you like working here?
Oh.
And I shit you not, my answer was, That woman never came near me again. Hey, John Michaels on Podbean.
Uncle Ron here.
Hello, sir.
I've been hearing all this talk about me being a simp. Yeah, I'm a simp.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a simply slamming your girl with this big old horse meat ding-dong. And that's on
Nice.
God, baby girl.
Yeah, it sounds like that reminds me of my dad. But it just does. He's a prick. He exaggerates a lot.
She probably called you Lurch from then on in.
Oh, she stayed the hell away. I just growled at her, man. I was just like, I was not in the mood. But
How's it going, John?
where is he? There. He's on Podbean.
He's on Pod, but he's just typing.
Well, he's not typing. He's listening.
Oh, he's listening.
He's
Okay.
listening. He's listening. He figured it out.
Okay.
Well,
Oh man.
I couldn't even type.
He's been
That
busy.
message I sent you, it wouldn't even connect.
Really?
Yeah,
You that happens to you a lot though, man. Like it says you're connected, but you're not there, and then you are connected and you aren't.
It's like
I don't
a
know.
phantom.
Yeah, it's like you're a ghost, man.
Well, normally I'm on 95 and it's like spotty 5G. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Where I'm at, right? Where I was at earlier, I had 4 bars and full 5G, so it shouldn't have been going out. I don't know. 5G just sucks, to be honest.
Technology sucks. Hey, John Michael.
Hey, how are you guys? Can you hear me all right?
Holy
wow.
hell, you're 5x5, sir.
Yeah.
Holy moly! He's out there.
If you're going to call in like that, John, you're going to make us feel inferior.
I know he's got.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
Like
right. Come on now.
the full pro voice. Wait, let me get it. Hold on.
Can we even do it with this?
Hey, hi guys. Calling in. Yeah.
That's not that. That's Satan you're doing.
No, but the voice is that rich.
Yeah, it's not. We have to find out what the hell he uses.
Yeah.
Shure MV7.
Yeah.
A little bit of whiskey and 2 packs of cigarettes a day for 30 years.
And a great microphone.
Yeah. It's still. I bet you didn't get your shit out of the dumpster.
Jim, you're a riot.
Here, drink some more.
I can't. I have pledge in my cup.
You're a pussy. That's not pledge. It's not that.
It tastes like
just
liquid
citrus,
and it smells like.
Because pledge smells like
Oh,
lemon.
God,
Just
it
jackass.
smells like cleaner from the sink.
God.
With coconut juice.
What?
I'm just saying.
So listen, I'm joining you guys late, and I apologize. So I missed tonight's topic.
Do we have it?
Do we have a topic?
There isn't one.
There's no topic.
Oh, well, it is Topless Tuesday, correct?
Oh, but nobody wants to see that.
No.
At least
Topless Tuesdays?
On our end of the camera, it's no good.
Yeah, no, I'm not ready.
Well, I don't have a camera, so I'm telling you all right now, I'm topless.
Oh,
tease.
Well, and there's no.
And I
camera.
have nipple piercings too, so
Oh,
think about that.
I don't want to.
I don't know how to process that information.
I have enough nightmares in my life. Come on, man.
I was thinking about piercing my sneakers.
My God.
I don't know how women do that.
I don't know how they pierce half the things
They get
pierce.
drunk.
Um,
Really drunk.
You know what would be great is if I pierced my clit. Wouldn't that be great?
Can you never do that?
Yeah, my tongue ring, they'll get along just well.
Yeah, I love the dudes with tongue studs. I'm like, you know what that's for, right?
Listen, if you can't do it naturally,
I know somebody who has that. You do too.
Yeah. Who?
I'm not going to tell you on air.
if you can't tease the man in the boat to rock it the right way with your natural abilities,
Yeah, I mean, it's not hard.
you need more practice.
It's just the pain. I think it's a pain thing.
I think Dante said it best in Clerks. Put it somewhere wet, thrust, repeat. It's really simple.
Apparently not.
Lick it before you stick it.
Oh, yeah.
And if you're not going to lick it, definitely don't stick it.
That's why I have a pen light. I always need to check.
I could tell a really gross story. Should
Oh,
I?
please.
Yeah.
Please do. Give us full names.
No names.
And don't be excited. Don't get upset. It's
I
just
probably
cold in
shouldn't
here.
tell this story.
That's fine.
Then don't tell it.
No,
don't
I'm not
tell
gonna-
it because it'll never go away.
Yeah,
Tell it.
I'll tell you.
Have another drink and then tell me.
Come to the show this
What
weekend.
what you can say, Paul, is you know of a guy who knows a guy who told a story about.
See, you're quicker than me. I was slow on the draw there, and
Nobody's
now
going to remember. I can delete
yes,
all this.
I'm sure.
Nothing is ever deleted.
So whisper in my ear and I'll say it was
So
a friend
I'm
of
just
mine.
going to put it this way.
Ooh, that smell.
Oh, that.
Oh. If it's fish, it's a dish.
I was going to say, there's a poem about that, isn't there?
It's like a Philly trash truck.
Something from Thomas A. Beckett, I think. I forget. I don't know.
So, Paul, you have a son. What were some of the hints or little tidbits you gave him as a young man growing up? Little sexual hints you gave him.
I said, listen, kid, because I knew there was stuff. And I said,
don't bring anything
top
home.
Top drawer, left-hand side under my socks.
This nightmare again.
What's going on?
Nothing.
Oh. Are we moving?
Steph's getting changed. I told you.
Why is she changing on air? There's no. Anyway,
yes, she should be changing on air, and I wish I had video.
Leather and chrome teddies take a lot of putting on.
I just told him, top drawer, left-hand side under the socks. That's where the rubbers are. There's assorted sizes if you need them.
Don't.
Just,
Dude, that's gross.
Just if you need them, they're there. I won't know you took them. I don't take inventory.
Until you reach for
That's
one.
just gross.
They weren't used.
No,
I'm telling you, dude, Paul, that's gross. Would you really want to reach into your dad's dresser drawer and grab one of his condoms that he uses to bang his mother?
I wasn't with his mother.
See, Steph's in a leather puffy coat.
Worse. I was saying,
The green puppy coat. I had to take the dog out because he was crying at me.
Did he use the condom too?
No.
Oh.
I remember one time I one of the times I worked with my dad at his company.
Did he wear a condom at work?
I don't know. I never checked.
Oh,
I assume.
Safety first.
Safety first.
He's a filthy. But I walked into I shared the office with this one guy, and the guy I shared with wasn't there, but the old guy who ran the company, my dad's boss from way back when.
Schlepper?
No, Yock.
Yock, even better than Schlepper.
Was there with my dad, and they're at the desk, and I walk in, and Yock, who is about 90 years old, my dad's about 80 at the time.
He's like, "Hey, young man."
No. I walk in, and my dad and him are standing next to each other behind the desk, and Yock's holding like a foot-long rubber dick.
The stories you tell.
And I walked in, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Am I interrupting anything?" I mean, what would you say? What the fuck do you say?
Did we start a side business?
I don't want to know what's going on. Sorry. I just need to get a pencil and I'll leave.
The imagery I get is almost like when Kramer and George's father were in brassieres playing pool.
Pretty much, yeah. I don't like that I'm George in this analogy, but that's fine.
No, you're not in a brassiere. You walked in.
No, but I'm the bald fat guy that walked in.
You know who you are walking in? You're George's mother.
Oh, thanks.
She
That's
walked
even
in.
better. Yo, Mike.
Mike is in the house. Mike, stick your tongue out.
No, Sticky said stick your tongue out.
You know, I knew it. I fucking knew that was who it was.
Yeah.
There was no doubt in my mind that's who you were talking about.
That was.
No.
Jim has a lot to say about that.
I have a theory about that. That's terrifying.
I just don't think it's fair that you guys are in the rehearsal space, and I thought it was off
And not
limits.
rehearsing? Oh yeah, because that's so fucking great.
To them, that's the sex space.
Yo,
what? Why not?
Oh yeah.
I just assume.
I don't know.
Hopefully next week we'll be able to start so we can,
Yeah, because we have to get some shows together with Instinct and Midhaven.
I know. That is that's a good plan. We just need to
It's not a plan, it's a dream.
Little duckies are in a row. The new guys, he's doing good, but he needs a little bit more work with the whole band, and Stubbs has been out of commission with his foot. So
it adds a whole new definition to the word and name Stubbs. That he can't walk.
That's not right, man.
Yeah, you know what? If he keeps it up, that's all he's going to have left because it's been ridiculous. And
so those that don't know,
know,
Steph and Mike have another band called Midhaven, and Mike plays an old school my cover band, and Stubbs is the guitar player in Midhaven, and Stubbs is an interesting fella. He's a very interesting fella, and he's got a lot of exuberance. He's very, very theatrical on stage. He exerts himself.
What do you mean?
Right. Just like that. You know who he reminds me of a little bit?
Be careful.
Why? The guy who did the whole thing with Down by the River. He reminds me of him.
Who?
I live in a van down by
that
the river. Kind of reminds me of him a little bit.
That's terrifying.
And so Stubbs somehow broke his leg or something, or his foot, or his ankle, or
happens.
Yeah, he messed up his ankle because. So look, he's got a one-eyed cat, right?
That's right, he does. He adopted a one-eyed cat.
Funny, I have a one-eyed snake.
No, the one-eyed cat
it was a flounder.
knocks the cat toys down the steps and then can't find them. Well, he was leaving to go to work and he found one of them right underneath the door. He went the rest of the way down the stairs and must have landed, in a way that, now he's in a friggin' boot.
Oh, I hate the boot. I hate that goddamn boot.
Is he able to work?
No, he can't.
Because I haven't seen any rants about work lately. So
yeah,
I know.
He's not working.
He hasn't been there.
The least he could do is tune in.
I know. I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen with that either. I don't think he signed up for short term.
That's what we need. An angry guy on Percocet calling in.
That could be interesting.
Yeah, it could.
I don't understand Percocet as a recreational drug. I've taken it. All it did was make me stop breathing
It did
automatically.
nothing to me.
No, it didn't.
Well, the cheap Percocet is acetaminophen and ibuprofen 50-50.
Oh, God damn it. No wonder.
No, it makes sense.
I remember waking up in the middle of the night like, and I'd like, what are the side effects? Oh, so you stop breathing automatically. Shit. So no painkiller for me. It didn't work anyway. No painkiller works.
No.
I've literally
drugs and alcohol.
I remember I took
combined
Vicodin. I was psyched to take Vicodin because I used to watch
What was
House.
the movie? The guy who played the commissioner in the Batman movies with Christian Bale. It was a movie about a little girl and this guy, and he was a thief or something. But he played the bad
Professional.
guy. Yes, and he's popping.
He wasn't in that movie.
Vicodins or something.
No, he wasn't in that movie.
Okay,
at all. But I know what you mean. But no, House. The thing with the British guy. I can't even remember his name, and I love the guy. But anyway, we went to school
That wasn't
together.
him.
No, it wasn't him. But
Hugh Laurie.
Yes, thank you. God, that pisses me off.
That was Hugh Laurie?
That was Hugh Laurie. No, not
Mhm.
in what I'm talking about.
Oh,
you have to know he's completely off base. But Hugh Laurie his character used to take Vicodin all the time.
Yeah, I remember that.
They made it sound like it was awesome. So when I broke my ankle, they gave me Vicodin, and I'm like, okay, all right, this is going to be fun. And I took it for 3 days. Nothing happened.
and then all of a sudden you were limping with a cane and yelling at people about medical diseases.
No, I did have his cane though, the one with the flames on it. I did have that, yeah. But I went to work, and it's my third day on Vicodin. The fuck up, man. And my boss comes over with some woman, and they're like, "There's some big problem," and they're talking to me, and I'm looking at them, and all of a sudden I shut my laptop. I shut my laptop. Stop doing that. I turn my laptop off. I shut the lid, and I start packing up. And they're talking to me like, and I'm like, I don't understand the language you're speaking, and I'm gonna leave before I can't drive home.
I'm going to my mommy.
What the hell are you doing?
I'm working on something.
That happened to me the first time I smoked marijuana in a very long time. It was about 10 years ago. I smoked it like I was still a teenager, and it was still that weed from the 80s.
Yeah, the leaves.
And yeah, today's stuff is so potent.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was literally stone stupid.
See, I tell myself it's the stuff from like my kid got me high. I don't know. He's like in 12th grade. He brought some pot. We were on vacation, and I smoked, and I was like, "What in the fucking hell is happening to me?"
Yeah, it's not right. I remember.
Yeah, well, what's amazing is it's tailored to you, whatever you want it to do. You want to go up, you want to go down, you want to be able to think clear.
Well, I went to this place called Area 15 in Vegas, and they had a dispensary there. And you walked in there, and you got your own salesperson, and
like
everything
the Apple
was,
store.
It was just like the Apple store. Everything was in
sucks. I hate the Apple
in
store.
jewelry cases, and they walked up and they're, and this is the blah 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 blah, and it does this, this, and this. So if you'd like that, we can wrap that up for you to go right now.
Your dick will get hard, but yeah, you'll be impotent. It's awesome, and it's very
great.
mild.
It's very Robin Williamsy.
Yeah. No, I had
Robin Williamsy.
I had someone give me literally the tiniest bit of brownie. I can't say who. There.
I had experience.
The guy down at the river in a van.
Yeah, that guy. That guy's a prick, isn't he? But
But
I mean,
damn, he
it was
makes good brownies.
It was the tiniest bit, man, and it might have been like the 75 drinks I had all on top of it, but like
perfect combo.
Holy hell! Like everything went numb, and I was like, you know that stage when
the balls are tingling.
You know when
Yes, I
they
like
weren't.
when that happens.
They were not tingling; they were numb.
No. Yeah, I like the tingling. It's like little fingers are just massaging them.
But no, man, this was like, you know, that moment that just when you've drunk too much and you're like, I'm gonna puke.
Mm-hmm.
Now extend that feeling for like 7 hours.
Ooh.
It was that.
Oof.
So I just like saluted the family, and I went upstairs and I laid down. And I remember my kid came on like, Dad, you okay? I'm like, yes, honey, I'm fine. What? Yeah.
Where's my daughter?
I'm good.
This just in, reefer madness.
Oh no, and it was just too much. It was too much. I took too much. Don't fuck that up.
I got an idea.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Oh boy.
I don't know what this is going to do.
Okay.
I don't know. No, it's not. It's weird.
That's just about you. Yeah.
It sounds very strange.
That's as creepy as you usually sound. Yeah.
What is that? A peanut butter jar?
Kinda.
It was Ottawa.
Oh.
This is
That's you talking into a Pringles can.
That's the Ottawa.
This is the Ottawa. Let's try the tremolo. Life's the same. Moving in tremolo.
Stop that. Do you remember the Cookie Puss setting?
I do.
Check.
Nope, that's not it.
Hmm.
All right, I'll get Cookie Puss on.
Put Cookie Puss on because I had a character we could do someday.
Let's see.
Oh, what is that?
That's not Cookie Puss.
What is that? What effect is that, Paul?
It is a pitch modulator.
Yeah, I love that.
Here he goes.
Is that a download or something you're using?
No, we have a Yamaha MG10XU mixing board with built-in effects.
I have one of those too.
Oh, okay.
Long, I love it. Yeah.
You should be a telemarketer with that voice.
Yeah. Well, I did. I worked for Carvel for years.
He's from Bethlehem. They may
Oh,
not know
you
that.
don't know about me? I'm Cookie Puss.
Carvel. I know what Carvel. Carvel ice cream?
Yeah, you remember the commercials with Cookie Puss?
Yeah.
That's what he's
Carvel
doing.
was a national chain at one time.
Yeah, Jared.
I met my first wife at a Carvel.
Get the fuck out of here. Really?
I'm serious.
He used to come and rub Cookie Puss cakes on his balls. Oh, I love that shit.
I can't tell you what kind of stuff went on in the back, man.
Steph, don't judge.
So that's what they put in for the creamy icing.
Yeah, oh God.
Yeah, she was 15. I was 17.
She was just...
Now that's just gross.
I'm going to put a Carvel commercial
I
on.
always thought they should do a Wookiee Puss.
Oh, I heard they had that.
They did?
Yeah.
It was that doesn't work. You know?
That doesn't work.
Like that racist prick Cookie-O Puss.
And he did so by accident.
That's the wrong thing. All right, hold on. I'll find a...
Yeah.
What happened to the female that was on the show?
What? When? Where? What?
There wasn't there a woman talking earlier?
Yeah, she's still there, but I think
right here.
And there she is.
She's
It's
looking
good
at
to hear a woman's voice once in a while.
especially on this show.
She's pretty much just sitting in a chair and looking very judgmental.
That's because Mike's sticking his tongue out at her.
Oh.
All right, here we
Can
go.
you pan down?
Here's some ice cream cakes that only Carvel makes.
Mm-hmm.
Cause that's the Carvel way. And while you're at the store,
there I am. I'm Cookie Puss.
Don't forget about Hug Me the Bear.
Oh, fuck that guy.
Your participating Carvel dealer also has Hug Me the Bear and Cookie Puss dolls.
The hell is that thing?
Thank you.
I love
All right, so refresh my memory. What was a Cookie Puss?
I'm a Cookie Puss. Go on. Go on. Describe me.
Let me get your sister.
Look at me and describe my awesomeness. Well, the cookie puss.
Oh, see, that's just fucking racist.
What?
It's the cookiest.
What are you doing? Stop looking at me like that.
All right.
I'm going to tell your mother.
We've had entirely too much to drink.
Yes, we have. Cookie puss was a pan that was shaped like a turkey leg upside down.
You need to stop. You have no credibility right now.
I know, it's terrible. I'm out.
Are we done? Can we stop this now?
The world may never know.
My sister, will you turn that off?
Well, you wanted it.
I don't now.
I remember.
This is going to be the moonshine episode. I don't know what's happening.
I remember you turned my mic off. Dick.
That's the nice part about being the engineer.
This is why the engineer doesn't fucking drink. I'll have this. It does actually smell kind of like lemon pledge. I will give you that.
I was running a train.
I'm sorry. You what? Oh, that's fucking gross.
Oh, I wish I had the video for this.
No, there's no video for you. Don't want to see that.
I don't know what you're doing, but I'm just going to imagine the worst.
Talking about running a train. I don't want to see that.
Engineer? Train?
No.
I found my zip ties.
No.
Yeah, you know what no part spelled backwards is.
No, God!
We got you.
What do you say?
Oh, that was creepy.
Yes.
She's cute.
Why are we? Yeah, I know Angie Dickinson cute, but why are we listening to Burt Bacharach?
It's 70s commercials.
I just figured that. Yeah.
Well, we're old.
Oh, we're back on that.
Apparently.
Well, they were creative compared to today's.
Joe Namath and
I was trying to figure out, like, do you remember, like, during the set, like, I guess 70s and I guess late 70s, 80s, half the TV shows were like drifters who like helped people.
Yeah, that was the whole point of the.
That was the Incredible Hulk.
Incredible Hulk, BJ and the Bear.
There was one.
Yeah, no, there's a bunch of them. Everything really was. It's like BJ.
Oh, the one with Michael Landon. What was that?
Highway to.
That was Highway to Heaven.
Or something like that. Whatever.
The A-Team was always
the A-Team and.
Yeah, the A-Team. Yeah.
And like Beretta. I mean, it was like, you know, the person of the week.
Who loves you, baby?
No, that's Kojak.
Yeah.
Okay.
The same thing.
Drink more.
Right.
But I mean, it was like there were so many things like that. Like I just remember BJ and the Bear, and I'm like, how gross would that truck be, man? I don't care if the thing's got a diaper; it's going to go nuts after a while.
That monkey's shitting everywhere, man.
Not only that,
they
but
never dealt with the monkey.
Do you really think that ape's going to like be cool with driving for 8 hours with nothing to do?
Well, maybe the ape was driving for the other ape.
Oh,
maybe the ape was doing the driving.
I don't know, man. But there were so many shows like that. It made you think, and that's the problem. It made you like think that drifters are nice guys.
come hang out with me. I'm a drifter.
like Lorenzo Lamas,
hey, Dad,
like in Renegade.
Talk to that trucker over there.
You really going to trust
that trucker?
Anything that guy does? Like he's just going to walk up like, I am a Renegade.
Well, that's probably where the whole thing with making the trucks toot their horn came from.
You need to help me because I have a store and this rich guy is trying to close me out and hey, fuck my sister.
Watch yourself, Jim. I drove truck for 25 years, brother.
No, I'm not saying anything about that. I'm just saying, like, all right, did you have an ape in the car at the same time?
Sometimes when I was forced to run team, I thought I did. I was going down the interstate one time. My new co-driver stuck his pecker out the window and took a leak.
Well, I've done
that. Dude, what the fuck are you doing? I wanted to piss.
I remember one time my dad, we went down to Myrtle Beach. He left. I don't even get into the whole story, but he left his truck down in Myrtle Beach, and he's like, "Hey, I need to go pick up my truck. You want to come with?" Sure, why not? So we went down to Myrtle Beach, and he drove down, and I don't know what the hell he was driving, like a Lincoln or something at the time. And we picked his truck was being used down there. I don't know for how many years. He had an old Chevy Love, which is basically a Toyota.
Suzuki.
Toyota. Don't fuck with me. It was a toy, and it was a piece of shit when he had it. Like it had no floor.
That's for aerodynamics.
Yeah, apparently. It was good because it didn't have an air conditioner either, but the road wash came in. But we went down to pick
It's
this
going
thing
to take
up.
long. Jesus
No.
Christ.
No, but I had to drive the fucking thing home. And it was like, it's like a 4-speed. It's 107 years old. It was everything was leaking in it. And he's driving in this like massive like Lincoln Continental or Cadillac, or whatever the fuck he had at the time. And the guy who's with him is throwing cigarettes out the window. And I had no air conditioner. I had the window open. I'm getting hit by cigarettes. And they wouldn't stop. They drove for like 7 hours. And I had like pissing into a bottle and out the window and stuff.
You said there was no floor in the damn thing. Just piss in the ground. Go out.
No, at that point they had welded some shit. So if I pissed on the floor, it'd just stay with me.
Jim, just use the opening in the floor. It's a little rusty. Don't put your pecker in it.
That's when he had his old one of his Ford 150s, F-150s from like the 50s.
Yeah.
He had 2 of them.
F-100?
I don't know what the fuck it was. 50.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell it was. It was ugly looking. But he had 2 of them. One was green with no floor in it. And I remember being a kid. We're driving around.
Yabba dabba do.
We're driving around. And he's like, sit back because I don't want you to fall through the floor. And there's like no seat belts or anything. And like there's gravel coming up and shit. Ugh.
This is Jim's childhood music.
Yeah. This is me when
It explains a lot, Jim.
When I was
Explains a
9
lot.
years old. I'm 9 years old, sitting on the Atlantic City boardwalk, just like that, on a bench. And my mom and dad went into the casino. My dad gives me $5. He's like, "We'll be back."
You can't buy a hooker with this, but have a good time.
But like,
I'm just wondering, is Jim laying on a couch?
No.
Because he seems to be using us as his shrink.
He's standing on one at this point.
it's either that, like, look, you want me to scream? I'll never stop. I mean, this is my therapy. Now you're making it weird, man.
I'm totally sure. Steph's sitting there like the pitch key is shifting, and she's like, "I don't like this. It's making me uncomfortable."
She's looking at the camera like, I talk to these guys.
They seem normal at gigs, except when
No, we don't.
Paul's making eye contact with everything.
By the time she shows up, we're drunk and like scratching our nuts and falling on the floor.
She
and
was
stuff.
scratching her nuts.
You're always like that now. Doesn't matter what time I show up.
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
If you get,
oh my god,
This is
Kelly's here.
Kelly Crew.
Yeah.
Hi, Kelly.
If you get there early, we're sitting around, we're talking about literature, and we're being cool.
At a
but
gig?
yeah, but by the time she shows up, we're all fucked up and talking about boobs. It's a timing thing.
Little crocus.
Very nice.
Set the theme.
All right. There in the moonshine?
No.
No, I'm just saying in the moonshine, there was a little bit of water.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go get rid of some of that.
Oh, I understand what you're. So now on the American Moron Entertainment Network, we've got Crocus from the Hardware album. This is the song "Winning Man." Because Jim has to piss.
It's a one-man show. You can do it.
I'm just letting the music take us to a new realm. This kind of reminds me like a war story music,
Yeah, back in Nam.
It is. So, Paul, have you written music?
Yes. Oops, sorry. Yeah, I could play it for you, actually.
Yeah, let's hear it.
All right, I'll pull something up. Hold on. Where's that file? There it is. But we're getting ready to write a whole bunch of new stuff. I have an original band called Instinct.
Wait, you have another band?
Yes.
Damn, you're busy.
It's not easy being.
I know.
me.
I feel bad coming down here.
Where is it? God damn it! This goes here. Shut that down. Where's Fred Norris when I need him?
Sorry.
Okay. So this is.
Sounds like you have Ed McMahon.
This is a song called "Shelter Me."
No.
And I won't play it.
I'm sorry. You wanted it. I closed the wrong soundboard. Sorry.
All right.
You wanted Ed Norris. I'm working on it.
Oh, not yet. Not now. Later.
Damn it.
It's from 1991. I've been with this band since 1991.
You old bastard.
Actually, no, I've been with them since '88.
Older bastard.
Yeah.
Is that a female?
It is. Her name is Terry, and she's married to the bass player.
Okay.
And keep it light.
They're Terry and Russell. This was recorded in Norristown.
No, you dirty fucker.
Sounds good.
Down by the sewage treatment plant.
You said Norristown. Yeah.
Thank you, John. We're getting.
No,
ready
I
to
mean
go.
that's really good. I'd like to actually hear it uninterrupted one time. If you could send me the MV3 file on that,
Good stuff, man.
Oh, pardon the hell out of me.
you know, it's all good, Jim. It's all about you.
Exactly. Drink your Foster's.
It's almost done.
You want some more of this?
No.
Yes, you do.
I have to work
You guys play around with beer. Get right to the whiskey, man.
Well, we're drinking moonshine.
Oh, there you go.
At least some of us are. All right, give me that.
I got a friend of mine who makes this mean apple pie moonshine. It is so damn delicious.
You want me to make apple pie? You want me to bring that? Okay. I brought down key lime pie and blueberry Earl Grey tea moonshine. But he's upset because the one smells lemony and he equates it with Pledge.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe he's had a bad experience with Pledge as a child.
I'm thinking something happened. Yeah.
It was a huffing experience.
Like he was like
Oh.
savage, like a feather duster. Or
They
something.
told me it was fine. Everything would be fine.
You're supposed to use Glade for that.
Nobody
Yeah.
told me. Well,
I'm gonna bring the key lime pie the next old school show I go to. So we're gonna do a tasting.
we have to be careful with that.
I know. I'll be discreet and shit.
Yeah.
So now this whole thing is unfair
Why?
because you guys get to enjoy it all by yourselves.
You can come down.
I'll make more.
We have to.
John, you have
do
to
a-
send me your email address.
Dude,
and
I'm still pissed.
I'll email you all the tunes.
You were at Screwballs.
Yeah, I'll text it to you. Let me know when the show's over, and I'll text it to you, Paul.
Yeah.
John, you walked past me at Screwballs, and you didn't recognize. I didn't recognize you. You didn't recognize me. Mostly because I had a wig on and I couldn't see anything, and you didn't know who the hell that weirdo was, who looked like Cousin It. But
I was going to say that was.
Yeah, and I was wearing her father's collar too.
yeah, well,
I was dressed as a priest, so
that would creep me right the fuck out, dude. Like, 1923, the show. That's fucked up. I can't deal with that. I've watched the whole thing, but I have to fast forward through the cold Catholic shit.
Oh,
I can't watch that shit, man. It's a good show, but I do not want to watch people be fucking
1883
tortured.
is just as good, if not better.
What's
Sam
that?
Elliott won
I'm
an award
watching
for
that too.
Oh
but
my god,
it's the same thing. I don't want to see people just getting beaten for no reason. That bugs me.
well, that's Catholic school.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
exactly.
basically what the show's about, but it's about it's about a lot of things. But there's a whole section of the show where they deal with the church trying to convert all the Indians.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I went to Catholic school. I know nuns, and that's dead on what they are. I can't stand them.
I can't stand him, he says.
I can't, man. I can't deal with the shit that. Where I went to school, I was going to.
This is instinct too, John.
I'm sorry.
No, it's just background.
I went to school, Catholic school, from 82 to 85, and And I actually asked to do that because that's better than the Upper Marion School District, which sucks donkey balls.
You only did 3 years and you're crying like a bitch.
I'm not
I
crying.
don't want to hear.
No, I'm not. I'm not crying because I didn't have to deal with the nuns. I actually I loved going to Catholic school. But
Well, I've never heard anybody say that before.
no, I did. It was way better than Upper Marion Public Schools. It was way better. When I went to elementary school in Upper Marion, it was fine. It was normal. And then my mom fled to Florida for personal reasons, and I had to go with her. And I went to Jefferson Davis Middle School, and it's as bad as it sounds.
They had Foghorn Leghorn.
Yep, pretty much. Yeah.
I'll
Like-
say, a boy.
That was the school I told you the story. I put up with so much shit at that school. I think, 8th grade. In 8th grade, I was in PE class. We were playing softball, and this massive, huge jock dude, he went up the bat and he kept cranking him out in the outfield. I was playing out in the outfield, and I kept getting him out. I kept catching the ball because I'm awesome at softball.
That's what she said.
Yeah, but the dude kept threatening me, like, I'm going to kick your ass for fucking him. So I went in to change, and I was, doing my thing. Everybody was gone, and I'm still getting ready. And I'm in my underwear.
And your jockstrap.
No, I'm in my underwear and a T-shirt, and this dude came up and grabbed my underwear. I reached behind me, grabbed his head, and started pounding him onto the lockers until he fell out of my. I can't hold him up anymore. And walked away, and I ran to my gym teacher, and he's like, "What was that noise?" I'm like, "I don't know."
I'm just standing here in my underwear. I don't know what's going on.
But no. I mean, it's not cool. Like, that was scary. But this dude was actually like, he wouldn't even like lock eyes with me for the rest of the year. But he got a friend of mine to try and get in a fight with me by the end of the year. But whatever. It was like one of those things. Like, it was such a shitty place. And then I come back and I'm in Upper Marion, and they're like, "Oh, you were in the Florida school district?" Yeah. Oh, we're going to put you in track infinity. So every class I had was like, it was just idiots.
There's Jim and the other students. Hi, my name's Tom.
Yeah, pretty much.
I can spell my name. Hi.
My math class was
Hi.
every day was the teacher would call this guy I knew.
Do we get pie now?
This guy Van would go up to the thing and he'd be like, "Solve this equation." It was like 8 + 9, and he'd just stand there the whole time like, whole
72.
Whole class. It was a nightmare, and I hated Upper Marion. When I asked my parents, "Please send me to Catholic school, please."
I'd like to be a priest, mother.
No, fuck you. But no, the call came. I said, but no, it was actually way better. Like, I had way more freedom at Catholic school. The girls didn't. Like, the girl, if you ever went to Catholic school, Steph,
No,
do you go to Catholic
never.
school?
12 years.
So you
Oh
had
my.
uniforms?
Technically, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm
So-
just gonna say right now, before anybody says anything else, that's really hot. Anyway,
Yeah, I was going to ask her, how many days did you go to school without panties?
oh, you couldn't. They would check.
Then you had to wear
Would they?
tight. Wouldn't have
Yeah,
mattered.
they would check.
How did they check?
The nuns would look. They're all
That's
lesbians.
perverted.
You're there.
Yeah.
I did that
But
at bar mitzvah.
the girls at our school were not allowed to wear belts because
What?
the nuns said, if you wear a belt, you're going to use it to hike your skirt up. Like, they just went immediately to the sickest shit they can imagine
Because they did it.
because they were fucking perverts. Yeah. But they were terrible people.
I wouldn't know.
The nice thing about when I went to Archbishop Carroll, the greatest thing about that school was on Wednesdays we went to school late. My girlfriend's mom didn't know that or didn't pay attention to it. So I'm just saying, I'm just going to put that out there and we'll go from there. But that was the greatest hour of my life some mornings.
It was the Hummer hour.
Steph, don't judge.
I love it. She's judging you.
Damn it.
I went to Carroll too for 4 years.
When did you graduate?
Yes.
It's
Yes.
not
Good
worse than-
answer.
I graduated in 85. It's not going to be worse than that.
No, it was much later. It was 01.
All right, don't be mean.
Just a baby. She's a baby.
Yeah, I mean I like
01.
the thing
Now I feel
about
old.
Carroll, the best part about Carroll was we had the highest pregnancy rate in the archdiocese. It was awesome.
That was trendy when I went. It was the whorehouse on the hill. Is what was trendy.
That's like O'Hara. Wasn't O'Hara like the prison school? That's where you went if you failed.
Hey, that's actually a compliment because everybody wanted to be a father.
Yeah. The best thing that ever happened to me at Catholic school was between 11th and 12th grade. A bunch of friends of mine were like, "We're going on this Europe trip from school's sponsoring it. You want to go?" I'm like, "No, we're poor as shit. I can't do that." And they kept bugging me about it. I'm like, "Dad, my friends are going to Europe."
Jim, here's some money. Get the fuck out of my house.
That's pretty much what he said. Yeah. So I went to Europe between 11th and 12th grade.
Oh, that's
And-
cool, man.
That was the money for your mother's new lung set.
Yeah, that's fine. She smoked. Fuck her. But
Jesus.
It's
Dude,
better
you're
that
brutal.
way.
trust me. But so we had like meetings once a month before the I think about halfway through the school year. Every month we met about the Europe trip, and I remember sitting in one of the things, and I being the depraved retard that I am, and I know that's not a word. I'm just saying I'm a retard because I'm socially retarded. I sat in the back
Retorted.
I sat in the back of the room right by the doors, and I'm sitting there, and the
Jim
teacher,
Mars there?
sure, and the teacher's like, "Oh, and I just want to let you know, Miss Reed and Brother Ed are coming with us on the trip." And I'm like, "Oh my God, really?"
That's why God's involved.
Brother Ed was our disciplinarian for the
Oh.
boys. He was standing right behind me when I said that, and he punched me in the back of the head. I'm like, "Oh, hey, brother, glad to have you with us." But so I was like, "Fuck, this is gonna suck." We went on
And
the
it
trip.
rhymed.
We went on the trip. Yeah, that's why it's true. We went on the trip, and a lot of the trip was bus rides. So again, being the depraved idiot that I am,
Tom.
I sat in the back of the bus. Brother Ed sat with me. He's awesome. I love that guy. I want to hang out with him.
Easy fella.
No, he's cool. He's a Christian brother, which is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard about in my life. They basically take the same vows as a priest, but they're not a priest. They're the teacher. So you're a teacher who can't get laid. That seems stupid to me. But okay, whatever. But he's sitting there and he's talking to me about all the places that the Christian Brotherhood sent him. Like, he's like, "Oh yeah, I went down to the Philippines." I'm like, "Oh, how was that?" And he's like, "Oh, the chicks." And I'm like, "I'm sorry, what?" He was great. I mean, like, we became friends on the trip, and that's a good thing to be when you're a senior.
And you're with the disciplinarian.
Yes. I think I told the story before. Like, we were stopped at I think it was Siena or Assisi, whatever, some place in Italy. And
Hey, have some wine.
that's exactly what they sounded like. And there's this little street vendor that sold weird, like, medieval weapons. And like, I'm like, all right, I don't have money for this. And I walked up to it, and Brother Ed is there, and he's got a double-headed.
Selling there.
He's got a double-headed flail.
Sure.
So it's like, the balls on the end of a chain with
Yeah.
spikes.
Well,
And I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm buying this." I'm like, "What for?" He's like, "Freshman." I'm like, okay. So whatever. So, whatever, the whole trip ends, and there was also all kinds of awesome stories there. Steph, what the hell am I looking at?
a wall.
No, there's people.
See?
All right, whatever. There's a party going on. I just want to say.
And you were not invited.
That's
You're virtually
story of my
there,
life.
though.
Yeah.
You're drunk and virtually there.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Steph, if you're going to be like right up in the camera, take the jacket off.
They don't have the heat on there.
Anyway, but
Well, sorry, we didn't pay our bill this month, sir.
we can't hear you.
I don't even see her.
I do it all the time. I don't know why. I think it's because I run around too much, and then like I walk around, and then I'm like, oh well, I'll probably have to end up going back outside for something, and I just never take my coat off, and it's on for like 4 hours, but I don't care.
Dude, I walk down to Adler's house in shorts and a t-shirt. I like it when my nipples get hard. But so anyway, so senior year comes along. Don't shake your head. Don't be judgy with me, Adler, you piece of crap. So
wow, the alcohol's kicking in fine over there.
Yeah, sure. No, but like I think I told the story before. You heard this before. Like
This was Jim's theme song growing up.
Really? That? No, not at all. But like I'm sitting in I think it was physics class in senior year, and somebody comes in the room and they hand the teacher a note, and the teacher's like, Harry, yeah,
Como,
you need to go down to see Brother Ed. And, you know, it's Catholic
Everybody's
school, and everybody's like, ooh. See how we harmonize? We should sing. So I go down like, what did I do? And
like nothing.
So
Come in. Let's have a drink.
I go into his office, and I'm like, hey, brother, what's up? And he's like, sit there. Don't say a word. Look scared. Okay.
Mm-mm.
So I sit down, and I just don't know what the hell to do. And this kid comes in. Freshman comes in, and Brother Ed, he takes out the double-headed flail, and he's like slapping it into his hand, talking to this kid. He's yelling at this kid, and he's going on and on and on. And the kid looks like he's about to like if he hasn't, he's going to shit himself.
He's going to shite himself.
And I'm just sitting there like trying not to laugh. And the kid looked like he was going to die.
Why wouldn't he?
And
that's cruel.
And I'm thinking like I'm just a prop. Like I'm just the piece of shit that came in. Like he's going to torture me when you leave. Right. And he did it before you got here. Yeah. So the kid leaves. And I mean, the kid's out of the room for like maybe 3 seconds before we're both like.
And the kid was like, I think they're.
No, he did. No, believe me, that kid shit himself.
Like
it was scary. Like I'd have been terrified. That was the great thing, because then like I think it was like a month or two later. Like
Jim. He had his. You know that movie, my what is it, My Giant or whatever.
I don't know.
There was
the Billy Crystal movie.
There was some movie where this kid had like My Bodyguard.
My Bodyguard. Yeah,
you had a brother.
I had a brother. There was this moment like later in the year, and I went down to the library, and the librarian, as soon as I walked in the library, said, "Oh, Jim, I can't handle you today. Get out." And I was pissed. I'm like, so I went to the girls' side of the school, which was out of bounds for us. Went outside, which is out of bounds. Took off my tie, which is you're not allowed to do. Unbuttoned my shirt down about here, which you're not allowed to do.
Blasphemy.
And I'm just standing outside, like I'm like pissed.
He went full rogue, man.
Oh man, tell me about it. Yeah, right. Nobody's been more angry than me. But I went outside and I was like all pissed off. And this girl I knew came out, and she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like,
"You look sexy with those buttons down."
No, God, please. But I was just like, no, I'm just pissed. Gates kicked me out of the library, whatever. So I'm just like standing around. She's like babbling on about some nonsense. Another guy I know who's like a total dork, and oh my God, are there stories I could tell you about him? And you want to talk about trains? We'll talk about that later. But
I didn't say trans.
You should train.
Yeah.
But he came out. He's like, he was talking to me. I'm like, leave me alone. He sat down, crossed his legs, did this like, and he was like meditating or something. And I'm like, oh Jesus fucking Christ, I was trying to be alone. All of a sudden, Brother Ed comes out. He comes out. He's like, "What are you doing?" And I looked at him like, Gates kicked me out of the library. And he's like, "Get back down to the cafeteria where you're supposed to be." And I'm like, all right. So the two other idiots walk away, and I'm walking down the hallway with him. And now remember, Brother Ed is a Christian brother. He's wearing basically a skirt or a dress.
Is there something different than a Christian brother? Or is there like
no, but it's like he's got this long cassock. It looks like a dress.
Well, there's certain states he wouldn't be allowed to go to now.
Exactly. Yes. I mean, I know the red ones.
Can't look. Well, not necessarily red, but certain states you're not allowed to look like a woman.
No, well, he didn't look like a woman.
If you're not.
But he's walking down the hall with me, and it was like a total Sopranos moment. And like we're walking down the hallway, and we're about halfway down. He looks at me
like one of those commercials. What's she doing?
I don't know. Now I'm intrigued.
What the fuck? Where's
I'm
Mike?
shopping.
Oh, she's shopping.
I make some food.
You know what was going on there?
We're walking down the hallway, and he just turns to me, and he's like, "I have to give you demerits." And I'm like, I literally like some kind of mafia guy, and I do this, and I'm like, "It's okay, it's all right." So I wind up getting like 5 demerits of that, and then like later I walked. If you get 5 demerits, you can either work it off in the cafeteria or you can go to detention. So I went up to him, and he was talking to a couple of teachers. I'm like, "Hey brother, I have 5 demerits. I have detention this week. Can I work it off? Cleaning up in the cafeteria this week?" He's like, "Well, since it's your first offense." And I'm like, running a broom over everything. And I walked up to him later. I'm like, "Did you feel good saying that in front of the teachers?" He just started laughing. Like, yeah, I loved Catholic school, man. I ruled.
You cutting onions?
Yeah, that's
Yes, like an onion. All right, that's enough of this.
You done?
Hey, Paul.
Yeah.
Can I plug a band?
You can plug anything you want. Just don't. Yeah.
So I come across this band called Laid Back Southern Pickers. You may have seen me post some of their stuff.
I think I did, but I don't know.
And the lead guitarist, he's about, I don't know, 60, 70. He goes by the nickname of Chico. But he's not the attraction. He's not the part that gets my attention and makes me just enjoy these people. Number one, he's a hell of a player. But he's got his wife, I'm assuming, is the drummer. She comes out, she wears a muumuu, sunglasses, curlers in her hair. And that's her skit, man. That's her thing.
Dude, did you meet these people or just you saw this somewhere?
No. I've invited them onto the show, but they haven't responded yet.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I must have watched a video you posted then, because I saw the drummer. I remember that vividly. It's sort of like bluesy kind of stuff. It's out there. It's that.
Yeah, it's
totally,
some Southern rock stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just thought the whole thing was very entertaining.
It was very entertaining. She's a hoot, man.
Yeah. I mean, who does that? Who comes out with a muumuu, curlers? And she is spot on as a drummer.
Yeah, she's a great drummer. Her kick is killer.
Yeah.
I saw that. So I must have watched that on your page or something.
I just thought I'd share that. It wasn't sponsored by anything.
Great. I like that.
We didn't. That's fine. That's all good. That's why we're here.
Well, Jim.
Oh my God, sadly, that's a lot of moonshine.
It's that time, and I have to be in the office tomorrow, 7:30 a.m., bright and sharp, to take on another day's work of happiness and sorrow.
Ugh.
I have to drive in. At least I drive in style.
I've only been where I work once.
We're all
for a Halloween. Yeah. No, Christmas, some party. Oh.
You lucky bastard.
I know, right?
I wish I never had to go into work.
Before that, I worked for my father, so it evens out. Trust me.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
No, it's awful. No. Fuck. Jesus Christ.
What was the business?
They make powder. Yeah.
It's like
what kind of powder?
They do. It's like they micronize different drugs, foods, whatever, to a certain submicron size, and so if somebody comes in and says we need it this size, they can air mill it to that size.
Wow.
Yeah, it's weird. Like there's actually science, and I'm like looking at my dad. He's like, I got a 10th grade education. I'm like, the fuck, man.
I got a computer.
No, he doesn't. He hates fucking computers.
No, his name's Ralph.
No, God. He can do math in his head like that, and I can't. I was a math major. But
I was a math failure.
Yeah, me too, but I was a major. But I was a major failure. But yeah, he's I remember when we got yelled at because I was making fun of my dad. I wasn't making fun of him. I was just saying, but my dad's a monster. We were talking about it, and somebody got all mad at me, like, "Well, my dad's dead. You're a dick for doing that." And I'm like,
they don't know.
I have all the respect in the world. Love my dad. He's a great guy, but fuck, that guy's a monster. We have to talk about my mom someday.
We have.
That's even worse.
Yeah, it seems you have some deep feelings about her.
I do. You want to hear her theme song?
We're getting it all out of him.
Here, before we go, here's my mom's theme song.
There's a whip. There's a way. Where there's a whip, there's a way.
That's about it. Yeah.
You ruined her life, you little bastard.
I know. That's her fault.
She brought him home.
She brought me home.
She found him in a trash can.
He was working.
Yeah, but she's already gave birth to you. You ruined her body.
Oh, she didn't. No, that's the fucked up part.
This is the adoptees show.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She worked with the.
The
No,
sub-
that's,
the-
don't be
the sub-
sorry.
The sub theme to the whole show is we're adopted.
Are you serious? You're talking about your adopted mother?
No, my actual mother.
Oh, okay.
My mom was a waitress. She worked with some woman. The woman had a kid. She's like, I don't want this thing. So my mom, just brought me home one day, and
look what I found.
Pretty much. And this is I'm not joking.
So interesting.
Yeah, he's not. This is literally the way the story was told to me.
All these girls. At least this one has a penis.
She brought me home, and
I'll use that later.
That's
disgusting.
My dad came home and he's like, "Hey, what is that?"
It's a new baby.
Like he had no idea. She just brought me home. I'm like, am I legally your kid? Like, I don't even know how this works. But yeah, he was kind of pissed. Like, what the fuck? And yeah, there I was. So
wow.
Yeah.
That explains it.
Pretty much. Oh yeah, it's a nightmare.
You know what's funny?
Like
what you just were talking about. She brought you home. I mean, what are the odds? I mean, what are the chances that you were anybody was taken home by the wrong parents?
Yeah,
especially back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, free love.
Well, I just remember I saw there was a Sports Illustrated issue where I don't remember, the guy was a football player. I don't remember who he was. He was adopted.
Mean Joe Green?
No.
He
was adopted, and
Joe Namath?
No. And
Terry Bradshaw.
Maybe
he's nice to you.
I'm just tired of saying no. But on the cover, it was the guy, his adopted parents and his birth parents. And he's got his birth parents up in the forefront of the photo, and he's hugging them, and his adopted parents are behind looking sad. I'm like, what the fuck? That's terrible, man. Like, here's the thing. I knew who my birth mother is. Eventually figured it out just by accident, really. And on Facebook,
It's a shame they didn't bring you back to the royal family after that.
Well, I don't want to deal with that stuff. I don't want to, well, with Meghan and Harry. But I'll show you right now. Here it is. Wait, let me go on Facebook and.
See, I talked to my birth mother.
Yeah, I don't. You see right there where it says new message requests?
Yeah, it's her.
One of them's her. Yeah. It's not my mom. She died. I saw her obituary.
Was it her sister or something?
It's her sister. And she wants to talk to me. And I'm like, I honestly don't know what to say. I'm not
Hey,
mad.
how's it going? Want to go get a beer?
Yeah, I'm not mad. I'm not angry. I have nothing about that. But it's like, I don't know you. I have parents. They're a pain in my ass. They're definitely my parents. I don't know what to do.
I have a whole different sprint on that one.
You do. I don't. I'm just like, look.
I talked to my mother the other week.
I'm really fucked up, and I know that for way more reasons than even you know.
And then I talked to my regular mom.
And I'm good with that.
Who's just mom.
Yeah. No,
I
don't want to deal with it because I just figure if I deal with them and they're like, How you doing? We make moonshine. We need money. I don't want to deal with that. I'm assuming that's what I'm going to walk into. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm good with my completeness. Is that a word? Drink some more moonshine. But anyway, I'm good with that. I'm Gen X, man. I'm not every generation after like, oh my God, I have PTSD because my coffee was cold. I don't do that shit.
Did you see that one where the jackass says, well, I was born at a very early age, so, I'm a little screwed up.
Yeah. That's when you just stick a knife in his neck and you go, yeah, now you're dead. I can't deal with it. I can't. That's the thing about Facebook. It's like every post is like, hands up, who likes me? Fuck you.
Or
fuck my life.
Yeah.
Do you know what happened today?
Yeah.
I couldn't get gas for my car. And I went to work and then my boss said I was ugly.
Yeah. It's like, fuck you, grow a pair, stop it. Everybody's had a shitty life. I could tell you stories. You'd be sad. I don't want to do that. Seriously, I could fuck your life up.
I'm already sad.
No, I mean, but that's the point. Like, everybody's had shit in their life. Everybody's had bad things that happen. You grow, you deal with it, It's like I told you, I had a guy point a gun at my head, like trying to molest me. And I'm like, well, good day to die. Then the phone rang and I dove out the fucking window. I got lucky. You don't get PTSD from that shit. There were guys came back from wars and they're like, I don't have PTSD. I just drink a lot. You got to admire that, whatever. I just, you can't whine about the shit that happens to you. Don't be fucking weird. You're making this weird.
All right, guys. Thank you again for allowing me to join your show.
Dude, thank you.
Thanks for being on, John. I'm sorry.
Thanks for making it high fidelity.
I think we need to get Jim a couch.
Nah, I don't want to do that.
The bridge chair works really well.
I literally have, if I took one class in statistics, I would have a psychology degree. So, I don't want to do that.
Speechless.
Yeah.
Yeah. Silence is golden sometimes.
It's all good, man.
So this weekend, Old School will be at Nick's Woodhaven.
I'm just going to drink this
Friday
moonshine.
night, 9:00. And that's up there at Franklin Mills area. They changed the name of the mall, and I don't know what it's called, and I really don't give a fuck. But we'll be up there.
The Itchy Testicle Mall.
Yeah, it's.
I've been there. My balls itched. I'm just saying.
It's a mall, but who cares? Just look up Nick's Woodhaven. Friday, 3:10.
And if you
at
reserve
9
your
p.m.
table, don't be a douchebag about it.
I don't think they do that there. Do they?
They don't.
They don't do that. No. So just
Some
go get
people
a
do.
spot at the bar, saddle on up.
You know who you are.
Put on your trowel for drinking and trow at it, and watch us do a whole bunch of 70s
Disturbing,
and 80s
dirty
music.
shit.
It's not that kind of show.
Really?
It's a rock show.
Yeah, so I said.
This isn't like, vomitorium.
I'm not saying you're going to I've seen vomitoriums, sir.
disturbing.
I know vomitoriums.
Oh, boy.
I've been to the Louvre.
You need to just slow down. Anyway, we'll be opening the show with some Ozzy, so that just sets the tone.
If I'm not this way, it's a boring show. You know that.
That's Nick's Roast Beef, Woodhaven Road.
Thank you.
You've been listening to the American, and I do mean American Moron Entertainment Network.
You're listening to the American Moron Entertainment Network.
Good. Everything is proceeding as I have foreseen.
See what I do when I'm at work?
And on that note, we'll see you next week. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in and participating. It's been a lot of fun tonight.
Steph,
especially
thank you for putting up with us.
John
Pat, thank
Michael
you
and
for joining a little
Pat.
bit. John, thank you, God, for being here.
And Jim, thank you for everything.
What did I do? Kelly, thank you for being here, and your mom, and who else? What are you gonna do?
Billy Bob.
But Carter?
No, I don't know. I have the can the other way.
Have you not finished that?
It's done.
You sure?
There's a Smeeb in there.
There's a lot of beer in there, pussy.
Dude, don't say that.
Mm.
I have to work tomorrow.
John Michael, when are you coming in to do the show?
Oh,
Yeah, that
I appreciate the invite.
Virtual works just fine.
Right. Yeah. This is
I will be
fun.
in Boston next week for St. Patty's Day.
Nice.
So I'm taking a trip up there. I'm going to meet with some of the original Irish group and be hanging out with some of them. We'll see what comes out of that. Some of it might get aired. Some of it probably won't.
No, dude, air it all.
Ooh. I'll be honest with you guys. Tuesdays are rough for me because I'm about an hour and 15 minutes away.
Oh, yeah. Tuesday
And,
us too,
And my day job requires me to be in at 6 a.m. So,
oh, that's horrifying.
He
Yeah.
does a very interesting work.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got to do a live feed somewhere.
we will make this happen.
Cool.
It would be great. I'd love to sit in with you guys. So keep up the great work. Love the show.
Well,
Thank
at least
you.
there's
And
one.
I will talk with you guys next time.
All right, John. Thank you
Dude,
very much.
Thank you.
And we'll see all of you next Tuesday when nothing happens again.
Or this weekend at some point. Steph,
Possibly, yeah.
thank you so much for
I'm leaving.
putting up with our nonsense.
It's a 9:00 start, so there's a lot of.
It's all good. You gotta come by one of these days because it's not that far away. So
That would be cool.
Yeah.
We have microphones.
I need to see this tongue stud.
Oh, God.
I said see it, not experience it. Don't be a weirdo. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Where's that?
So
I hate
next
that
Tuesday
song.
we're back.
Yeah. What's next Tuesday? Tuesday.
Yeah, I don't have anything going. I'm actually on vacation, so it's all good.
What are you doing on vacation?
I'm staying home and being a loser.
Oh.
So, but so
I'm
yeah.
going to take us out with some pride and glory.
What you should do is take off Wednesday and we could do a long show.
But then I would have to go in on Friday.
Oh,
See, there's a price to pay.
priorities, dude.
Yeah, I no.
Okay, that's all fine. You take us out, and we'll be back Tuesday at 7:30. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right. When in the meantime, we'll be up to our despicable weird shit. And
See you at Nick's on Friday.
yeah, and let me see. Anybody has anything to say, send us an email at pwordpodcast@gmail.com. And send us your weird shit. Let us know what you want to talk about or whatever. Just send us, I don't know, dirty pictures. I don't care. And we'll see you next time.
A weird trade.
Exactly. Word up. Wow, that's very folky for you. All right, guys. Thank you. Steph, thank you. John Michael, thank you, everybody. You're awesome. We'll talk to you next time. Good night.